Hello, and welcome to Humanity Junction, where the big city intersects with humans. I am starting a new series that I'm going to call What's That? Instead of a structured review series, this is going to be my version of that style of video. I will be looking at various items utilized in model railroading and providing some information about them. For this first video, let's take a look at my latest eBay purchase. I have several N-scale passenger cars that are badged with Royal American Shows logos. But I have very few flat cars and wagons. So when I saw this set on eBay, I wanted to pick it up. According to Wikipedia, Royal American Shows was a leading American traveling carnival company that operated from the 1920s to the 1990s in the United States and until the 1970s in Canada. The company promoted itself as the most beautiful show on earth with the world's largest midway. My eBay purchase included a single flat car and a 3-car kit with 2 flat cars and a boxcar. These kits were custom painted by Ak-sar-ben hobby. They have metal wheels but 80-90s style C couplers. The good news is that a lot of my Royal American Show rolling stock is from the 80s and 90s, so they have these C-type couplers installed already. It is my understanding these cars are modified Atlas rolling stock. I did not know anything about Ak-sar-ben hobby, so I went online to do some research. Ak-sar-ben hobby was based out of Jacksboro, Tennessee, but originally founded in Nebraska. Ak-sar-ben is Nebraska spelled backwards. The following is some of the information that I can find online. In some cases, I might be paraphrasing the forum comments. From a comment on nscale.net. If memory serves me right, Ak-sar-ben hobby were part of the fad of buying production cars, in this case Atlas, and doing custom pad printing on them. For all intents and purposes, expect them to run like any other vintage Atlas car. I've seen their stuff have really good days and really bad days. Another comment from nscale.net. I have a bunch of them from back in the 80s or thereabouts. Their printing was very good in my opinion. Base cars were Atlas or model power, so lack of fine detail. And one last comment from nscale.net. Our club had dealings with them for some Great Lakes region T-Trak conventions. As I remember, they would furnish the car you wanted and print a design on it. Don't remember who would do the design, Ak-sar-ben or the buyer. At the time, they were doing a lot of special runs for different organizations. I remember a multi-car set for 1982 the World's Fair in Knoxville, Tennessee. I think their business fell off because most people and collectors only wanted special runs from Micro Trains line. And here's a comment that I found on ogaugerailroad.com. Back in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, I was into N-scale. Ak-sar-ben was owned and operated by a man named Alan Miller. I believe he started the business around 1980 or so. Ak-sar-ben specialized in custom limited run cars and locomotives. I believe their first big product in N-scale were the extensive line of products, including box sets, for the 1982 World's Fair held in Knoxville, Tennessee. Those items were either Atlas or Katy Micro Trains. After that, there were countless limited run cars, sets of cars and locomotives produced. I still have a small group of N-scale items from my former collection. Here is a comment that I found on the trains.com forum. When I was first getting into N-scale back in the early 80s, this company was headquartered in either Omaha or Lincoln, Nebraska, hence their name. They had, I guess, been in the N-scale parts business for some time. Sometime around 1983 or 1984, this company was sold to someone in Jacksboro, Tennessee. I ordered a catalog from this new location. Surprisingly, both the Nebraska and Tennessee owners did a good job of keeping their catalog updated with parts for new models as they were offered by differing manufacturers. And there was a train that donned the Ak-sar-ben name. The Ak-sar-ben Zephyr was a streamlined passenger train operated by the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad between Lincoln, Nebraska and Chicago, Illinois. The first version operated from 1940 to 1947. a revived service operated from 1953 to 1970. The Ak-sar-ben portion of the name was created by spelling Nebraska backwards and taken from a fraternal organization of the same name. I was not able to find out any information as to where the hobby company took its name, whether it was from the Zephyr train or from spelling Nebraska backwards. Maybe it was a combination of both. Thank you for joining me on my first episode of What's That? With the Ak-sar-ben Royal American Show, Flat Cars and Boxcar. Thank you for watching, and please leave any comments or questions below. Please subscribe so that you can follow along with my project. And have a great day.